Welcome, my gorgeous Libras. This is your April 2024 reading. I know it's a little bit late. We've had a lot of stuff going on here. We just got flooded out, with the heavy rains. I mean, we're not flooded out, but our yard is like, it um, looks like a lake. Anyway, uh, welcome, guys. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Some of you are intuitively guided, and I thank you, as do your spirit guides, for paying attention to your intuition. I feel like that's really why I even started this channel, is so that we could to test my own intuition and to learn, and to make it stronger. And it certainly is stronger than it's ever been. But I also would love, those who watch the reading to really trust their own intuition. So that's why some of you are guided to a reading where you don't know if you have that sign in your chart or not. Just trust. Some of you are in love with the Libra. How could you not be? I have a lot of Libra love in my life. My nephew, my nephew is September 24th, and because he's right on the cusp of Virgo and Libra. My beautiful granddaughter Lily, who is now 18, so she can watch these. She's a musician, a singer. She can play any instrument. She's just, and that's Libra. That's Libra. You guys just have so many talents. And my sister Tracy, who has crossed over, Sean's mom, October 15th. And I feel like she's always in your readings, guys. I always feel her in your readings. And if I feel her, it's because your guides are also here. And I just want you to know that. So let's stop talking and get into the reading. We're going to use a couple different decks for your main spread. Normally, I only use one deck, but for this month, and I'm using the same decks for every sign because I am looking for the synchronicities between signs. You've been in probably three or four other people's readings so far. Um, and those are the kind of things I'm looking for. So we are going to start with the Psychic Tarot, and we'll do a line of the Psychic Tarot, and then we're going to do a line of the Tarot Dreams to really give us more clarity. We're looking for those synchronicities. Sometimes it could talk about relationships, and you're seeing two different perspectives. I just love it. So let's go ahead and slide everything over and give Mother Mary the opening to this reading. So Mother Mary's words of wisdom for our beautiful Libras, lovely Libras. I always like saying that, lovely, my lovely Libras. All right, let's give them a cut. While I'm shuffling, we are in Mercury retrograde. Keep that in mind, especially as an air sign. Just watch communication. You could be triggered. Just don't react if you can help it. You know what I mean? And then we have the eclipse coming up. Um, and I hope a lot of us can see it. So a lot of energy. And what is it? In Virgo through Aries energy, I believe. All right. You got two. We have home. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. And then we have children. My heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive changes for them and me, your home, and children. Interesting. So we'll read these from the book at the end of the reading, but it'll let us know why it's here. I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. All right, let's go ahead and get into the tarot portion. So again, we're going to start with the Psychic Tarot. Oh, look at that. How'd that happen? Interesting. What's interesting is I spent a lot of time, well, not a lot of time, but at least 15 minutes shuffling the decks, like in all different ways. And then I put everything, like all the cards in the upright. So to see two of the Tarot dreams stuck in the Psychic Tarot is interesting. I feel like we should look at them. We have the Nine of Wands and the Hierophant, card of Taurus. It is about reflecting over one's life. Oh, I don't like when my screen goes dark. Reflecting over one's life, but it's really, I feel like keeping the faith, keeping that faith alive. And I feel like, the person in the Nine of Wands, I'm not looking back to judge myself. I'm just looking back to know myself, to learn myself. If I want, let's say, a love relationship, then I realize within the Nine of Wands that I've got to be able to be able to love. I've got to be open to love, all of that, to really receive the best in love. So, and it's not just about love. I mean, I'm just using that as an example. But with the Hierophant, it's like keeping your faith alive, knowing that whatever you're going through, you can get through with a little help of your spiritual friends. All right, let's try this again. Very interesting, though. Wow. It's like your cards don't want to wait. But that can wait. Disruption. All right, let's give them a cut. And let's get into this. By the way, we're going to use the Gilded Tarot to come back and clarify or go deeper. I always say if need be, but I always bring it in anyway, even if I don't feel like we need clarification, because I like to go deeper. All right, Libra. Couple things going on since it's taking a little time for your cards to shuffle, which is fine. I'm going to be patient. Um, I just want to let you know that I said it in Virgo's reading, but I actually did a community post where I really want to test the universe, even though I already know, like, the universe certainly helps us manifest. Um, my intention is to manifest a white candle in any way it wants to come, any form, but to manifest a white candle. So if you see, like in Virgo's reading, a lot of people put white candle, white candle, white candle. That's why. So if you'd like to join in, and it's just really just like, let's see what the universe sends us. So, white candle. And by the way, the day that I did that, I was watching a movie that night, and there were three big white candles, and it was interesting because the camera kept going back to those candles, almost like it did not want me to miss it. So if you see white candle or if you want to be part of it, just tell the universe, like, I want to manifest a white candle, and I thank you in advance. Amen. All right, we have stand your ground. We have patience, card of temperance. It's about divine timing. Patience, one of the messages, of course, is patience, having patience for divine timing. Um, but it's also the energy of handing over things that maybe you're trying to control in your life that just you can't control. Interesting, I just saw the 7 go into the 14. Mm. And then we have the Fool, a new beginning. Someone may want a new beginning sooner versus later. So let's keep going. All right. Well, no wonder somebody wants a new beginning. So we get deception and envy. And what's interesting also is we have two sevens mirroring each other, and one speaking about standing your ground, and the other deception and envy. And I feel like for some of you, it's like you want to break free from that energy. And that doesn't necessarily have to mean like sometimes our head goes right to like, oh, someone's cheating. It doesn't have to mean that. It could just be someone who tells a lot of white lies, so it's very hard to believe him. It's like the boy who cried wolf. So then it's hard to believe, and I feel like that's a tough energy because if I can't believe you, uh, uh, I don't know how long I'd be able to put up with that, to be honest. Um, but then you have stand your ground over here, and it's interesting because when I see this, I feel like someone is staking a claim. Like I'm planting my flag. This person looks like they have conquered the world, their world. And it's like they want the world to know. Or, maybe I shouldn't even said that because I feel like even in solitude, it's what I have conquered, all that I have conquered. And listen, some of you, you conquered energy or someone else's energy that just say is not in the upright. But the fool's like, enough of that, enough of that. And another reason why it's kind of beautiful to see temperance here, right? The all about divine timing and the fool right next to it. So I may be like itching to make this move, and temperance might be saying, let's wait for the perfect timing. And listen, if divine is asking you to wait for the perfect timing, then you'll be sent signs, clarity, like you'll know. All right. Let's bring in the Tarot of Dreams now. Couple shuffles. 28 is standing out to me. The number 28. I don't know if anybody can relate to that number. Could be your age, could be a day of birth. I just feel like 28. All right. Let's go right below with a different deck, Tarot of Dreams. All right. Well, I feel like we got to take what's face up first. We have the Queen of Cups. She's in reverse. We have the Palace of Wands. It's like under temperance. But divine, I want to live in this palace. Okay, but in divine timing, there may be something I need to do. There may be something I need to accomplish first. And interesting with the Queen of Cups in reverse. Well, normally this is someone who's very loving and nurturing, um, pretty good in love. In reverse, could certainly have a jealous streak. I don't know if this is the person who belongs to the Seven of Cups or Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords. She is in reverse. And that may simply also state because, I do look at the signs, so that can be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but then I look at the energy. All right, well, let's keep going. The Emperor under new beginnings. Hello, Will. Destiny. Now, how interesting in Destiny is under deception and envy. What that tells me is that this was probably some type of karmic lesson for your soul. And it means that your soul will truly expand once I've learned this lesson. I shouldn't regret it, especially if it's sitting on my wheel, because again, it probably taught me something. And listen, if it's like someone else's energy who's deceptive, I feel like, what have I learned? I've learned how to read energy. I've learned how to trust my own energy as a measure of whether someone's honest or not. And that's that. We have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to slide these up, give myself a little bit more room. Um, and I want to say, I love this row. And here's why. Because I feel like as this relates, let's just say to your money, or to your career, or to your creativity, anything that you want to do in the world. This is the perfect energy right here. We are in a universal year 8. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me say that, but this is an 8. And this is about the willingness to go into something. I feel like in the 8 of Pentacles, like my interest has been piqued. So it's the willingness to go into something, as the apprentice. I may not think that I know everything that I need to know for this to be the emperor, but truthfully, I feel like you do. I feel like in the 8 of Pentacles, you learn as you go. And ultimately, this person is really seeking success. And the emperor, the business owner, the manager, a great manager, um, someone who cares about their fellow man. I feel like when the Emperor shows up, yes, it's a card of Aries, but right now it feels like it's talking about your career or your creativity, whatever, your creativity could be your career. And, it's kind of like how mine is. And I feel like, I don't know, you can't get much luckier than that, I feel. Why is that? Because I feel like whatever effort I put in, I am the benefactor of that. So I love this energy for anything new that you want to bring to the world this year. This is the year, I feel. This is a year to take some chances on yourself as it relates to your money and your career. And some of you, I feel like, it can be certainly a promotion that comes out of nowhere, but in the same time, I feel like it's because you deserve it. Some of you may end up doing, or you're doing something that just feels right to your soul. And listen, maybe if that deception and the Seven of Swords never happened, maybe that wheel would not be ready to turn. Now, when I say that, I feel like it's because you understand that energy now. Whether it be a person, whether it be my own thoughts, or whether it just be energy that's around me. I know it, I see it, I feel it. And now that I know it, see it, feel it, the chances of it repeating itself are slim. Now, you do have free will, but let's just say we took the free will out for a second. I feel like you would not be repeating. Someone could certainly try to persuade you. And that may be why it's also saying stand your ground. Like, don't allow someone to persuade you in the wrong direction, is what I mean. All right, we have the Knight of Swords under the wheel. And with the Knight came the Eight of Wands. Now, first of all, what I think about, I bring about. These are my intentions I'm putting out to the universe, and the universe is going to match those intentions. That is the law of attraction. And I feel like it's even speaking about karma, because I feel like who's ever in that Seven of Swords, like they're like it feels like karma will come back. But in a way, I don't even want you to worry about that. Like, just keep moving forward and let divine handle those who may have, we did see that tower just for a second. But sometimes it's not always us receiving the tower. Sometimes we're giving that tower. And I just have a feeling that's what's going on here. You have the Knight of Swords is mirroring the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords talks about communication. Knight of Swords means it's coming in towards you. So it makes me feel like this is not you communicating outwardly. This is someone who's communicating with you. And it can be something that you like, an intention that you've been putting out into the universe, and lo and behold, it's coming back to you. Another eight, by the way. Um, all right. I was going to do the like a line of each, but this is the way your cards wanted to come out today, so we're going to accept them. But I do want to look at the bottom of each deck. So the Psychic Tarot brings out truth. This is judgment. This is your spiritual team. And they come with purpose. They come to call you to the present moment. Well, I already know why. It's this Eight of Wands with the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Swords. I'm sorry, the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords with the Eight of Wands over it and the wheel right above it. And the Fool. About to be a rebirth. Now, I feel like for a lot of you, I feel like the secret to life is understanding that we're working hand in hand with spirit, with our spiritual team, our angels. Like when I say spiritual team, what I want you to understand is at least my belief, but my belief through my spirituality is that we have we have angels, archangels, and spirit guides that are assigned to us before we even come to this earth, before we come to this lifetime. They're already put in place for us. They are our GPS, our intuition. They help guide us. But we do need a clear mind as much as possible. Look at that movement, choices, and decisions. Another reason why the Fool is here. But here's the thing. So the Fool's asking for a new beginning, right? Patience is right beside that, all in divine timing. Another way of saying it is I can trust in this new beginning. This new beginning must be good for me, because why would divine have so much energy or pointing me to so much energy of change, of new beginnings? It must be something that is definitely going to be worth it. Maybe it's going to bring us that Palace of Wands after all. And then you have the beautiful sun on the bottom of the Tarot of Dreams. Card of Leo, it's a ruler of Leo, but it's illumination. And you know what? I feel like it makes sense, because I felt like in that Seven of Swords, if it was deception, deceptive energy, and if it was a person, let's just say, or people, good luck. Good luck. Anybody know where that comes from? Good luck. It's a movie. So, the sun, illumination, brand new day. The sun will come out tomorrow. The hangman underneath that. It's almost like the sun is going to illuminate when it's time for you to take these next steps. It's almost like I can breathe and just trust in divine. Though I also want to say with the Eight of Pentacles here, it does talk about your focus. Like if I put my focus, wherever I put my focus is what I'm going to grow. Especially with the Eight of Wands here. Now, that is fast moving energy, by the way, but it's also what I think about, I bring about. Expect good things to happen. Expect good things to happen, because then they will. If I expect more deception, well, I'll be damned. More deception comes. So that's why our intentions are really 9/10 of the law, hand in hand with your spiritual team. All right, let's bring in. First of all, let me give myself a little room. Let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. And let's go deeper. First thing I want to say, Libra, is I feel like, man, this feels like a great time for your money. This feels like a great time for promotions and a great time for self-employment. Taking what you know, what you have learned, and then putting it to use. And again, I don't have to know everything. And for some of you, you truly do not need to know everything because I feel like you will be guided. All right. Let's give him a cut. And I'm going to slide this back down just a little bit. Okay. Let's start at the beginning. So we're going to look, we're going to look at the first line. I am reading as a whole, no matter what. I always read it as a whole, but we're looking at stand your ground, patience, which is temperance, new beginning, deception and envy, and the sirens just went off. Hello, Emperor. Again. Four of Cups over patience. It's like over temperance. It's like someone is running out of patience. Two of Pentacles. But then here comes the opportunity. And what I love is it kind of puts the ball in your court. Free will. I can say yay, I can say nay. But I really, they call this a juggler's card, meaning I have a lot of balls in the air. Could I dare add another one? I feel like it's more about using your logical mind as it relates to anything new that's coming into your world. Now, in the Four of Cups, it's coming over temperance, which is asking for divine timing and for your trust within divine timing. Four of Cups can talk about discontentment and boredom in one's life. But this person is being offered a cup. Looks like it's coming right from the heavens. So I can either say yes, and I have to learn to use my spiritual discernment. That's what this is about. I have to trust my spiritual discernment whether I'm going to accept that cup or not. Now, do I think that you are? I do. And I say that because I feel like this is it almost feels like it's something your soul wants to experience now. So let's follow that a little bit more. We have the Hangman. We have the King of Cups that's coming over the reversal of the Queen of Cups. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the star, part of Aquarius. This is about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. But this person is helping to manifest. That's the thing within the star. It's not miracles. I mean, yes, sometimes it can feel like miracles, but I'm also pouring my intentions into the flowing waters. The universe is picking up on that. Rider of the Emperor. And it's interesting because I'm like, okay, so we have the Emperor now over stand your ground. Does that mean, because I'm not reading the Emperor in a negative way at all, does that mean it was the Emperor who was deceptive? Well, it could have been a past energy, because I just don't feel that. But of course, it can be different for everyone. I feel like the hangman coming over the seven of swords is like your protection. Like, I feel like it cannot follow you. Temperance is saying, you've been through, you've been through it. You, I feel like you tend to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Sometimes it's the energy of, I feel like no one else can do it right, so I'm just going to do it myself. But then that can become a habit, where I have to learn to delegate. And I do have to learn to trust that others can see my vision. But I do feel like, Temperance is saying these are a few things or maybe a few lessons that you need to understand so that as the wheel starts moving, you can have your best chances as possible. I do find it interesting, though, that the queen is in reverse, but the queen or the king is in the upright. And I may come back and look at that, but let's keep going. Let's move forward. If we need to go back, we'll go back. We have the Fool. Fool came in reverse. Interesting. It's almost like, listen, okay, I know what this is saying. I feel like you have, let's just call it a blessing, that I feel like it's time for it to open up. Like, another way of saying that is like your soul planted certain seeds before it came into this lifetime. And I want to accomplish things in this lifetime. Now, I don't feel like you remember that when you're born because we're born with amnesia. However, I feel like the soul still knows. I feel like it's the saying there is no way in hell whoever is carrying that Seven of Swords energy, that deception or envy, whatever they're envious over, there's no way in hell I'm bringing them along on this next journey. I feel like you're making a very clear statement, whether I'm speaking it or I'm saying it to the universe or I'm just saying it to myself. I just feel like there's no way. And I feel like someone has held you back. Someone has held you back. But we do need to take our own responsibility because I feel like, in a way, why did I let them hold me back? Maybe what I was learning is self confidence, trust within myself. But I feel like no way is this person coming with you or the energy. It's like a new way of being. All right, with the two swords over the ace of swords. And then we have Hello, Ten of Pentacles, the Devil, card of Capricorn, the Six of Cups, followed by the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I feel like we have, I thought I saw the Hierophant, but now I can't see it. Um, but doesn't have to be any of that because when I think of the King of Cups in the upright, the first thing I feel like with the King or the Queen, not Cups of Pentacles, is their loyalty. And yes, I know that doesn't mean every earth sign is loyal, but I am feeling it here. And I feel like that's what your guys want you to feel. Could even be a Capricorn with Capricorn so close to this king. But this king also, what the king brings out is the Six of Cups. Could be someone that I used to know. Could be communication is coming in. And do I think you expect it? I don't. Why? Why do I think you don't expect it? Because I feel like it's met with the Two of Swords. Now, that's not the worst energy in the world, but it does mean I need to look at something. The blindfold just means there's something I don't want to face, but it would 100% serve me to take the blindfold off and face it, especially with the sun here. It's almost like the sun, along with judgment, is saying, there's nothing to fear here, my dear. There's nothing to fear. Some of you, it's like you're changing houses, so to speak. Like I'm moving out of this Ten of Wands type of energy where, again, like all the responsibilities on my shoulders, and hopefully moving into the Ten of Pentacles energy. And I love the Temperance is mirroring that. That's a house of abundance. That's a house that truly takes root. And I feel like if it's a love story, it's a love that outlasts this lifetime. And what I mean by that is I feel that my children, my grandchildren, my great grandchildren will talk about this love story between grandma and grandpa, mom and dad, or, my great grandparents, that type of thing. So it feels very, very good. Some of you have either received a job offer or you are receiving a job offer, or an opportunity to do your thing. Like somehow I feel like the energy opens up for you to, it's like a step above. So I feel like your finances look great. Though I do feel like, there are a few things that I need to do to guarantee myself that. And first thing would be saying yes. If it's something that you've really always wanted anyway. All right. I want to look at the Queen and King of Cups. And I want to know a little bit more about this Queen. Now, all of a sudden, I get this feeling that this Queen is in reverse because this King may be the energy from the Seven of Swords. And I feel like that would be a big NO to you. But let's see what comes out with that. There's the Queen of Cups now in the upright with the Three of Wands. I feel like I'm eliminating someone from my life. And I feel like once I do that, and listen, this person that I'm eliminating, when I say eliminating, I'm just leaving. I'm disconnecting from. I feel like then you feel free. Then you feel free, and I feel like that's what turns the queen around. And then look at the energy she's in. So here she's facing the Ten of Wands. Ugh, ugh. But here she's looking at her future and all it can be. She's not putting limits on it. She's learning to enjoy the present moment, just as Judgment would ask you to do. I need your attention in your present moment. So the rebirth can take place. Three Wands is like, okay, that's exactly what I'll do. I'm just going to trust divine timing will bring my ships in the right time when I can best take advantage of them in a positive way. So I feel like this king is tied back to that Seven of Swords, and that I feel like is why the Queen is in reverse, because I just feel like there's no way I want to move forward with that type of energy. Not only deception and envy, but also all the responsibility on my shoulders. Well, if this is talking about love, well, that's not love. If it's talking about work, but I'm not getting the benefits of it, well, that can only happen for so long before I start looking elsewhere. And I feel like your spiritual team is just like, whatever you want, we're like behind you. Okay. Let's, I don't know. Like, I guess let's take a card over the deception and envy. Though I almost hate to look back. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Chariot, card of Cancer. We have the Hermit, card of Virgo. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Six of Wands. Interesting. So, right off the bat, I feel like who's ever in that energy, I feel like they would want to come along for the next ride. Now, in a way, it's making me feel like the energy has changed, like they have matured. But do I believe that? Or is that an illusion? And I'm saying that because the devil is like tying back here. Like I feel the energy of like the devil tying back this energy. And that's illusionary type energy. You know, the devil can make us feel stuck. But again, that's an illusion. It can feel very real. But that doesn't mean it is. So I feel like for some of you, like this opportunity is going to show. And I do feel like someone is like, well, let me take the ride with you. But I feel like the answer is no. No. Why? Because I feel like you've come too far. Like, I've come too far to go backwards. Now, when I say backwards, then I have to look down here at this King of Pentacles with the Six of Cups, because that's got kind of going back. You know, but this is someone that I would have very happy memories about. This is someone when I think about would like make my heart sing in a way. And you just may be hearing like unexpected communication. And listen, maybe some of you freed yourself from someone and somehow the word gets out and someone picks up on that. And that may be their perfect opportunity. Like to them, they may be like, oh, that's the perfect opportunity for me now to try to communicate with you. And at first, I do feel like it's met with a little bit of uncertainty. But then I feel like you move into it. So let's look at the king down here. Ace of Wands. It's go time. This is inspired action. Well, I love hearing that because temperance is about divine timing. Judgment is calling you to the present moment so there can be a rebirth. And the Ace of Wands, inspiration, passion, desire. Listen, we need to go back to the star and understand that there really is something you wanted to manifest in your life. Or I just want my life to look differently because there is some discontentment. All right, well, let's go look on the other side of that. Hello, lovers. Card of Gemini. This is the head of a heart decision. That makes sense with the Two of Swords. But coming over the Ace of Swords, let's not forget that. And the Ace of Swords, and it says truth right here. That is what the Ace of Swords means to me. Truth. Truthful communication. This is about a connection that potentially was, that once was. Now, it could certainly be past lifetimes too, because I do read past lifetimes. But I just get the feeling like there's someone that I met at some time in my life that I formed a special connection with. For whatever the reason, it didn't work out then. Maybe it wasn't meant to. And maybe now is divine timing. Maybe now is the right time. But we have a couple more cards. Oh, Temperance. So now Temperance is showing you what is part of divine timing. I feel like it's talking about love. And I don't feel like it's just love. Like, please, I hope you see the potential of your money multiplying. Not just multiplying, but also the intention of like dreams that you may have as it relates to something you've wanted to bring to the world. Again, Universal Year 8, perfect year to do it. And then Temperance again. But I'm over here looking at why when this king communicates, again, it could be a queen, but when they communicate, which it looks like they are, because it is met right by the Ace of Swords, why that fear raised up a little bit. Now, it's only the Two of Swords, not the Eight of Swords. So I feel like someone can get through there. Like someone can break through that. A little bit of fear that may rise up. But Temperance is here also to help calm your mind. Like, my dear, this was in divine timing. It may not have been the timing that you wanted, but there was probably a good reason behind it. But now, the time is right. And listen, maybe by taking on the Fool's energy, which just means I'm putting my past behind me. Now, it doesn't mean I forget about my past, but I'm not looking at it as like regret. I'm not looking at it as, oh, look at all I've lost. No, because remember, this queen is now starting to look at her future and all it can be. But first, she had to take on the Fool's energy. And literally, I feel like anyone who's deceptive, they're not taking this ride with you. They may want to, they may ask to, but I feel like you are giving them a hard no. And then look at that, the Five of Wands, but in reverse. So I feel like what it's saying is you've dealt with toxic energy. Yes, definitely. You've been through it. I feel it. I know it. But could this be a time in your life where things are flowing, where love just seems easy and simple and exciting, or opportunities start to show and I recognize them and I know I deserve them? Even if I don't know everything I need to know, I'm going to learn it as I go. Libra. Now, please remember that in a tarot reading, don't just look for the good cards. Understand how we get to a certain point, right? Taking on the Fool's energy feels like it's first and foremost. And again, it's just, I'm not going to allow the past to have a negative effect on my present or future moments, experiences, adventures, and opportunities, all of the above. I don't know. Is there anything else I need to look at? Um, I think I want to come up and look back at that emperor a little bit more. And I do feel like one is potentially speaking about finances. Again, the emperor, leader of the people. Why? Because I have the experiences, because I've walked their footsteps. I understand them from an empathetic and compassionate view. Very methodical. Is someone who likes to have a plan in place. Whoa, look at that. The Ace of Pentacles. That means that this emperor is coming into your physical world. And it's truly meant to enhance it. Now, again, whether that means love or money, like an opportunity to increase your money, or maybe both. But, there's certain cards that when they bring out the Ace of Pentacles, I'm like, wow. And the Emperor would be one of them. It's almost like the money to do what I want to do, maybe to follow a dream. All right, let's look at one more. We have the Page of Pentacles, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Man, this Emperor has something to do with your money. And for some of you, you are the Emperor. Again, card of Aries, but forget about that unless it's an Aries you're dealing with. Ace of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles, Path of Knowledge, but it's like the way, the opportunity to do what it is I want to do. Because it's followed up with the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you are starting new journeys. It can be avenues added into an already existing journey. Eight of Pentacles, another message from it is, it says, what I focus on is what I'm going to grow. Well, with that Ace of Pentacles, you add that to excuse me, you add that to the Eight of Pentacles. That would bring you to the Nine of Pentacles, which is independent success. Independent success. Hmm. Wow, wow, wow. All right, Libra, I think I'm going to leave it there because there's a lot of cards on the table. Um, I feel like a lot of information came our way. I feel like there is someone who I just want to say it doesn't deserve to be on this next journey with you. That, of course, is your choice. But I do feel like if they've been untrustworthy, then I feel like, well, that doesn't feel like it changes to me. And I feel like you're making a clear statement, anyways, where you're saying, no, this is my dream. This is my life. And I feel like Temperance is saying, you're right. And we're going to help you become really successful. But not just that. Then we're going to introduce or reintroduce someone back into your life. And I feel like right off the bat, the passion is sparked. And even though it feels like it's coming through communication first, that still sparks the passion. Some of you are heading towards that 10 of cups. I'm sorry, the 10 of pentacles. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful energy to be in. Some of you have really had to learn how to use the power of your voice and your knowledge. And listen, maybe all of that is being called into play now. You know what I mean? Like you've learned so much. Who is better to help others than you? And I feel like that's your spiritual team talking to you. Your will is here. That is your destiny. And even though there was someone or energy of, again, deception, it doesn't feel like it feels like it no longer belongs on the wheel. So a lesson, I'm going to learn it. I'm then going to let it be. I'm going to jump into the Fool's energy. I'm going to take a chance on myself. I'm going to believe that divine is part of my life and they're going to help manifest, an unrecognizable life. Because I feel like money is changing. Now, it doesn't mean people are losing jobs. If you're in a job, you may be getting quite the promotion. Like maybe I was, like, I don't know. I don't even know the word to say. I was just working there and all of a sudden I get promoted to a manager. Like, I feel that. I feel your money is definitely increasing. But I also feel love. And I do want to say, I feel like this is a type of love that is potentially for the rest of your life, the rest of your lives. And I say potentially because of free will. I can't control free will. You can't control another's free will. They can't control yours. They can try to influence. And I also feel like because the Five of Swords came in reverse, it's kind of helping to ease your mind of, let's just say, this next person, that they're not coming in a negative way. Matter of fact, Temperance is right here. It's all divine, divinely timed. And you have the Lovers here. I mean, that's chemistry. That's connection. You have the energy of really treasured memories, but then action. Like, I don't feel like, yes, I'll come in and I'll talk on the phone for as long as you want until you feel comfortable. But my ultimate goal is to be with you. Is to be with you. Goodbye, you up here. Hello to the Emperor and to the King. I feel like goodbye to that King of Cups. Again, don't worry about the sign because some of you are like, well, wait a minute. Don't worry about the sign. I'm only saying the King of Cups because the Queen of Cups is reversed and they're connected. But now the queen has flipped around. She's in the upright. And she's truly looking her life at all that can be. All that can be. All right. Let's read Mother Mary. And let's read home. Home. You drew this card because of concerns about what is happening in your household. Mother Mary is letting you know that God is watching over you and sending you divine guidance as how you can improve your home life. Expect a positive change in your current situation, especially as you allow more love to reside within the home of your heart and mind. Your home life affects your happiness, relationships, even your health. So it's essential to take action steps to bring about a peaceful, safe, and happy environment. Yet, change can be threatening because of fears of the unknown, even if it's a positive adjustment. If you find yourself resisting making a change for the better, call upon Mother Mary and the angels for encouragement, signs, and guidance. Trust these messages and follow them home. Amen. And let's read children. For some of you, I feel like, yes, you could be worried about your children, but I also feel for some of you, like, I feel like a natural energy for you is working with children. But let's read from Mother Mary. Miracles occur as God's healing love flows through an open human heart. You are a vessel for miracles involving children. This card carries, or this card comes to you because the answer to your question has to do with young people. Mother Mary oversees anyone or everyone whose life purpose involves children, as she cares deeply for their welfare. Work in conjunction with her to bring more of them into your life and to help youths in need. She will guide your every step if you listen carefully to the wisdom within your heart. Amen again. I also feel like that is also a great message of, like, if I'm not sure, well, okay, what would children mean for me? It could certainly mean like volunteering, helping where help is needed. You know what I mean? And I'm not doing it to receive anything back, but you will receive back. I feel like you're creating good karma. And just like bad karma is going to come back, so is good karma. All right. I'm going to leave that be. So real quick, I told you about the white candle. I hope you'll be part of it, like help manifest a white candle to yourself. Um, you know, and let's give it a week, like within the week. Let's say by Sunday. So, you want to be part of it, just write down white candle. But ask your guides, like, please send me a white candle in any form. And I thank you in advance. You say it any way you want. Um, amen. Amen. Also, I want to let you know about my membership program. I am going to do a short video on it, but I changed it around. After some of you know, my channel got hacked. This was last year around this time. It was devastating. So it canceled all my members. So, but I felt like I always wanted to restructure it anyway. So this did give me the opportunity. So now I have the first, what they call level one, which is simply a thank you, Sandy. Um, it's like a donation, a thank you for the readings, and it's once a month. Um, and then number two, I have where I'm going to make a special video at least once a month for just those members in tier 2 and tier 3. Um, Special shout outs. Um, God, there's some other things too I forgot. And then I did a tier 3 where, when we go live, because we go live a lot now. And I'm also my daughter and I are going to connect and go live together. So you'll get twice the answers for the same amount of donation. But anyway, that third tier is so you don't ever have to pay a donation in any of the live readings. So I just wanted to put that out there and let you know about that. Um, I think that's it. I think that's it, except to say that I love you. I love you dearly. Um, Man, I hope this abundance finds you, and it just feels life changing. Now, again, it may start as a mustard seed, but the more I nurture it, bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger it's going to grow. I love you guys. So much gratitude for you. I thank you. And I will see you next time, either in our lives, which I'm probably going to go live tomorrow. Because I feel like I haven't gone live since I think Saturday. So I'll probably go live tomorrow. So I hope you can catch me there. But if not, I'll see you next time at our table. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.